Hello, Savior. How's it going? Just making some coffee. How are you? Hello, Ruby. Don't know yet, just woke up. How am I? I'm good. Got home from the day, work wasn't too bad. You know, the usual things. I'm playing a Pathfinder 2 E session. We'll try to get on later. Or after. Sounds good to me. There we go. Rhythm Heaven. Not a bad guess, but no, it is not Rhythm Heaven. Hope y'all are doing good. And so far, so good. I've been, yesterday I was gonna stream, but it was my roommate's birthday, and I wanted to make him a birthday cake. So that took priority. Because, you know, I think birthdays are something that are nice to celebrate. I don't do a lot for my stuff, but for my own birthday, but like when it's other people's birthday, I think it's nice to celebrate the existence of people. Happy belated birthday to them. I will let you know. I will let them know specifically that you have said such a thing. Yes, I did post a picture of the half-eaten cake. Is it Pokemon? It is not Pokemon. Bring them on stream for happy birthday. That's right, the entirety of chat will sing happy birthday to you. Or, you know, attempt to. Just finishing heating up my water. Then the coffee can begin. We can do it. I believe you. God. But yeah, no, I'm excited to play some GU. I feel like we haven't played GU in like weeks. Probably because we haven't played GU in like weeks. How is it like to have roommates? What is it like to have roommates? So like as somebody who has now lived with several people, ranging from high school friends to total strangers, to people I've dated, to now just friends. It's right now I am currently the happiest I've ever been with my roommates. Like this has been the most, I should say, comfortable living situation I have ever been in. But also part of the reason for that is because I don't have roommates within my side of the house. Like nobody ever has to, like I don't have to worry about the kitchen except for anyone but me, and things like that. Same thing with the bathroom, personal kitchen, all that stuff. But overall, having roommates that you get along with is great. Having roommates that you don't know or get along with is like a fucking nightmare. And sometimes, from my experience, is that living with people that you get along with normally is a very different experience than just getting along with them normally. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure anyone here can attest to having lived with a friend. And it's like, yeah, learning to live with people that you know is insane because living with them is like being with them all the time. There is no off switch. There is no break unless that has been like pre-established. Like, unless those boundaries have been set between you. That's the secret. Communication. Good communication is everything in living with people. If you're not happy with something, talk to the other person about it, and vice versa. If they're not happy, try and ask them, you know, what's going on. You've only ever lived with your family. See, I get along with my family quite well, for the most part, and I personally am glad to not be living with them, even despite that. That being said, I did live with them up until I was like 22, so you know, I think it's usually pretty normal. Usually only stay in your room. You made me want coffee. Be right back. Haha, it's working. But yeah, no. Even if you only stay in your room, a lot of it boils down to like how well you deal with being in like a shared environment, if that makes sense. So like, you know, me and my roommates, we divvy up who cuts up the grass and does like little things like that. We do things for each other, and you know, that's super nice. But like, you know, the points of contention usually reside around like, hey, the kitchen hasn't been cleaned in weeks, and I did it like the last 6 times. Do you mind cleaning the kitchen every once in a while? And then like, you know, arguments happen when people are uncooperative and ununderstanding, and sometimes like, you know, 2 people can live with each other and just deal with the mess. Some people need the house to be clean. Some people, like, everyone's needs are different, and it's about identifying what people's needs are and then, you know, making sure that they're met. And sometimes needs are in direct opposition of one another. You know, that happens sometimes. No, switch, turn back on. There we go. Alright, we should be... System update, of course. Fine, I'll let the system update. It's probably going to be important. I think 34 is usually pretty good. This is where my Switch breaks. Congrats, you pushed through the bad update. Now what's gonna happen? Now I feel bad. I've tempted somebody with coffee. With my own coffee. Alright, where did I put my keyboard? Aha, there it is. Watch can live there. Watch is like my one access to the outside world. If something like really bad is happening and I need to be updated immediately, then watch is how I know. Alright, under pub, multiplayer, create a hub, and then we'll be getting started here in just a minute. Like a wristwatch? Yes, like a wristwatch. The very same. Ah, I fucked up. Basically, it's like, it's one of those smartwatches that's, you know, alright. Like, it's not anything crazy, and, you know, I got it essentially for free. One of those fancy watches that connects to the internet. No, it literally just connects to my phone and basically monitors my heartbeat. I mean, it's still like a $200 watch, but like, you know, it's solid. It lets me know when my phone gets notifications. That's basically all I use it for these days. So that way I don't pick up my phone as often. All right. Thank you, Super Monkey Ball, for the lovely intro music. Specifically, Super Monkey Ball 2. Oh, I should probably put my hat on. Story behind that watch is I work in a coffee shop, and it had been sitting in the lost and found for like almost 8 months. And so I decided, you know what? I'm going to buy a charger for this thing. I'm going to boot it up. I'm going to make sure that it's up and running. And yeah, got it up and running. And there's nothing on it that signified, like I sat around and waited basically for a while to make sure nobody was going to grab it. All right, lobby is up. Lobby ID is now on the screen, which I'll be updating here. It's 41-6441. That's not a dash. Dash 6441-2104 dash 5477. Cool. Scooch that all the way over there, and my webcam is not centered properly. There we go. Cool. Black Diablos. You mean Bloodbath? Bloodbath Diablos? Yeah, we can do that. Alright, we're just gonna let the randos slowly trickle their way in. I don't post first though, so you know. We're gonna, it might be a minute. Is Black not in this game? No, we got Bloodbath. Otherwise, I mean, I'd be down to fight it. Absolutely. That sounds like a blast. Yeah. Savage Joe? Okay, that we can do. Man, it has been a minute since the last time I played this game. We're gonna see if I'm any good still. Oh, that is some good coffee. Let me in. You're getting on? Sounds good. I hope you're able to join. All right. Ruby is first in queue. Would anybody else like to jump in the queue while we sit here and wait? Just checking for now? Yeah, no, that makes sense. Battle just started. Oh, I'm assuming a battle in Pathfinder is what you're talking about. I enjoyed like 15, 25 minutes. Just got done cooking. Nice. What's for dinner tonight? Let's see. Last night we had wings. I had leftover wings today. I still have pineapple upside down cake, which I'll probably have after stream as a little treat for myself. I'm very excited about it. What is that an image of? That is an image of a nut. It looks like a nut. Like a peanut? Or is it a potato? Are you eating potatoes? Taters. Ah, I see. In what form? Is it like a baked potato? Is it a mashed potato? Is it a cut and fried potato? I don't know if this will work. I don't know if it will either. There's no knowing until we try. The tots, because they were on a great sale. Ah, yes. Transmitting forever. Yeah, that's a classic. Nat traversal failed. Weird. That makes me wonder if it's No, you're not there. Jeez, coming in fast, aren't you? The bots are here. Nope. Wow. Starting off strong with Vitalis. A classic. Oh, what am I looking for? This set needs stamina oil, mind's oil, and some herbs. God, I haven't fought a Fatalis in ages. This is like probably the worst way to warm up. There we go. Interesting. Keyboard is not liking certain letters, it looks like. What is this? Defy the Prophecy, South Thunder Res. No, that'd be good. No Inglés. Ah. ¿Cómo estás? Don't speak English. Well, Spanglish. And that I can speak a little bit of Spanglish. At least enough, you know? It's been a while since the last time I've, Alright, let's see if everyone knows what they're doing today. That is always the question. The age-old question. Also, I wish I'd brought damage in hindsight. Zamas, where are you going? Want to lure it to the Dragonator? Oh my god. That's a rough start. This might be a long first hunt. Or a very short first hunt. One or the other. Man, Fatalis, you are just taking your damn sweet time, aren't you? I cannot believe I ran into that. What are you doing? It's just literally firing electric shot after electric shot into that corner. Hello, Zoldo. How are you doing today? Come on, one more charge. There we go. Joyous. If you'd like to join us, there's currently an open spot. Although we did just start this Fatalis quest, so depending on how well we do on it, we could be here a while. If we're doing pretty well, we'll probably be here for a while. If we are doing really poorly, then we'll probably be back shortly. It's very much dependent on I know, Fatalis right off the rip, exactly. I mean, you know, honestly, do I expect anything less at this point? There was a point in time, I would stream GU during like 2020. And like, or in the, like within the 2020, you know, era.
There we go. And it was really kind of iconic because I would get home from my like ice cream job at like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. At least that's when I would attempt to stream, is right around that 11 o'clock time. And every single time I did. Oh, those are earplugs. God damn it. I am out of practice. But every time I streamed Monster Hunter, which mind you was like 3 days a week, 4 days a week, I would end up fighting Fatalis, guaranteed, like every single night. And so I got very, very decent at getting through Fatalis. Obviously with a level of, you know, like communication and coordination and all of that stuff. Considering the lack of attacking from head and that moment right there, we'll see how it goes. Cool. What did I get launched by? I was unaware Greatsword had a launching strike. Oh my god. Yeah, that was bad. I'm not playing too well. For somebody who hasn't played Monster Hunter in 2 weeks, this is not the the way to be doing it. Well, at least I didn't drink the booster. That'd have been upsetting. Alchemy booster. There we go. Are there whetstones? There are. I'm going to actually use one of these right now. We're just going to reset the whole cycle. You communicate during the endgame monster fights. Only communication to do is tell everyone to get good after they cart. Ha! Mostly it's like pre-game communication. So like, you know, some people have never really fought White Fatalis, or they have, but like kind of got carried. They don't understand what the strategies are that go into fighting a monster like this. Like, oh geez, why am I doing that? Like with White Fatalis specifically, right? The goal is like, he only really likes to take damage in the head. If you really want to like damage Fatalis for real, you got to target the head. And so what your game plan ends up becoming is you bring the monster down as often as possible and target the head as often as possible, or as often as possible. And so, you know, you do those two things, and Fatalis should be pretty dang easy as long as you know how to dodge things. What's the queue looking like? So far, nobody is asked to be in the queue, so you're number 1, Kai. And there's one spot currently available. There's a good chance that there might be a second spot available here in a second, assuming people are angry. But yeah, you're top of the queue. One redo post again. Jokes aside, I'm glad people are actually communicate, at least in some Monster Hunter games. I feel like all the newer ones are the only ones that communicate with others are my friends. Yeah, exactly. And like old games, like there's a level of communication that you can get away with. Is this a set? Yeah. Like for me, when I talk about communicating, it's like, again, as simple as like, hey, I'm gonna run paralysis. I'm gonna bring the monster down when the Dragonator's available. Hit it with the Dragonator. When its head is available to get hit it in the head. And that's like the rule. You know what I mean? But like outside of that, it's for me, there's minimal communication. Maybe I'll tell people, hey, I'm planning on sleep bombing the monster, and that's like the most amount of communication that we'll get. SOS system in World/Wilds kind of killed communication in fun lobbies. Yeah, I've noticed that too. I might actually apply a range today. I would like to do some hardened hunts. But yeah, no, it absolutely is true that that's kind of what happened to the system. Was just like people now just like kind of boot up the game and, you know, just join random hunts rather than joining lobbies, specifically with people who are trying to communicate and all that stuff. Oh, Jesus, dude, no, come on. What is up with people? This is a weird lobby. So far, nobody is communicating at all. There are people who join lobbies and then only join SOSs. Yeah, pretty much. But like, you know, it's one of those things. People just don't know. You know, it's like your options are join a lobby or... I'm actually going to do that as well. All right. I'm going to refresh this lobby. Hard reset. But yeah, no, I do miss the old-fashioned Monster Hunter games, and it is kind of weird. So like, I feel like back in the day, everyone used to communicate. You know what I mean? It was like kind of a base standard for Monster Hunter was like you join a lobby, you say hello, you guys like, you know, chat for a little bit and stuff like that. And then, you know, that has actually become less common now in the newer games. Like, so for example, you know, in GU, like the communication has kind of fallen apart. We have people like trying to post multiple lobbies and stuff like that and all of those things. Love trying to find a lobby in World and it's all people in SOS or Fatalis when they say a Cove lobby. No, I miss that too. Actually, I don't think I want to play with you, dude. He said some stuff in the in-game chat, and I'd prefer not to deal with that. Recent search users I played with. Yeah. We'll do that. By the way, the block only kicks in after close and reopen NGU. Regardless, I mean, you know, I kicked him twice. Hopefully he got the message. But, you know, if he keeps joining in, you know. He hasn't rejoined the lobby, you know. I'm willing to kick as many times as I need to. I've gotten quite good at doing so. Hey, look at Sky! All right, Kai. Post a quest. Post something fun for us to do. Generations is only Switch game? Kinda. So, like, there's Monster Hunter XX, which is the Japanese exclusive for the 3DS. And it is just GU, except Japan. And I believe that it can. I don't know the full details on whether or not it's... cross-compatible or whatever. But yeah, so that is a thing. Oh, But also, welcome Los Fomento. How are you doing today? But yes, it is mostly only a Switch game. I'm sure you could emulate it. If like you really wanted to play it for the first time, I'm sure you can emulate it. And I'm sure that there are private, dedicated servers to emulation. And I guess technically, if you wanted to, you could call it a Switch 2 game, but that's due to, you know, back compatibility rather than it actually being a Switch 2 game. World and Rise haven't crossplay. No, they do not. No crossplay for World and Rise. And I don't think they're ever going to get crossplay because it's a little too late into their lifespans. But I know Wilds does. I've played with a handful of PC users, probably some Xbox users. Time to play like This Is Wild because I'm rusty. Yep. I hear that. Let's get ingenious is staying as in my list of phrases. Ingenious is a great word. I know. I'm not expecting to play too hot today. In fact, I don't know why I'm playing this set, because this is a rather complicated set that I own. Which is to say that it's actually not all that complicated. It just does some things that I have to manage. I got to remember how to optimize it. Using it will be no problem. Optimizing it, So I'm curious. Should I get all 3 of the extracts first? So that way I can use all my moves properly and then pop the Hunter's Drink? So I'd probably build meter faster that way. Oh god, I jumped up in the air like a silly person. Took so much damage. Jesus, is my B button working properly? I always forget that Insect Glaive existed until I see someone using it. That sounds just about right, actually. Is it gonna take off here? It is. Oh, big whiff. Bug maneuver, go off. I feel like my buttons aren't working entirely. I feel like maybe I might need to... Maybe I'm just not used to the timing. Maybe that's what it is. I feel like there's like a delay in me hitting B and A and it reacting properly. But maybe it's just rust. It could just be rust. We'll see. This controller was dead when I initially booted it up, so maybe it's running out of juice. Hey, look at that. Blame Rust, I always do. True, true. Nobody actually plays GU anymore. We just kind of like play it for nostalgia at this point. But like nobody is actively like getting better at the game anymore. We all just kind of plateau and stay the same. Unless you speedrun it. At least I feel like I've plateaued. Yeah, we'll get some cheer going. I bet as soon as I walk in there, it's going to take off and head into this room, isn't it? No, it's still hanging out in here, I guess. All right, let's get our extracts. We'll do the thing again. Nice indeed. Now I just gotta tag a wing here. No, that's leaving the room. Go get that tail. Yeah. Grab the shiny. Grab the other shiny. God. Do you still play Geo Savior the Raider? Also, I forgot to give you a shout out. Let me do that real quick while we got this wonderful little moment here. If you guys haven't followed Savior the Raider, you should. Or Savor the Raider. Cool streamer. We raid. I want to say we raid you quite often, but I've been wrong before. Only played it a handful of times. Back in the old days. Back when people actually played this game. Us dying to Hyper Rathalos. Jesus Christ. Oh man, I have not. Yeah, Rust is real. There we go. Oh, that's right. I forgot I have I have earplugs. This is like the one thing I'm able to do right now. The set does make my life a little bit easier in that regard, at least. Really? That hit me? That's crazy. No, 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 no. Stay away from me. Oh, wasted special. Get hit by fireball. I'll go into the other room. I'll deal with this here. I just saw Nimble Boot at Monster Hunter. I wonder if we're going to see Justice float into the lobby today. Kind of cool. Sun cheer. Hope Switch 2 can handle world crossplay. I don't know if we're ever going to get world crossplay, personally, but it would be nice if we got world on the Switch. That would be, I'd be very happy for all the Switch players. I'm sure it could handle crossplay. I bet Rise could have handled crossplay, to be perfectly honest, but I don't know. Nintendo seems pretty hell-bent on making sure that other platforms can't play with it. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if I've ever seen a game on the Switch that has crossplay. You know? Like, if I had to make a random guess if, like, any game on the Switch had crossplay, it'd be like, I don't know, maybe Overwatch. I don't think there's a single one. Fortnite? Oh yeah, maybe Fortnite. Nice. Okay. We're warming up. We're getting back into it. Wilds has crossplay? Yes, but Wilds isn't on the Switch. Also, Shia here in chat. Wilds on Switch 3, maybe. I could see it coming to Switch 2, but that's going to be a lot later into its lifespan. But like, I don't know, the new Switch looks like it's like got the good enough specs to run a version of Wilds. You know what I mean? But maybe the fact that Wilds is already crossplay is preventative of it ever ending up on the Switch. Maybe that's what it is. Like, Nintendo doesn't want Wilds on the Switch 2 because it has crossplay. Ooh. Welcome. And then Zoldo, it's your turn to go ahead and post next. Go ahead and put that in there. All right. I think I owe Ruby a charge blade. I do. So we'll boot that up, I guess. See if I can remember how to play Charge Blade in this game. Actually, you know, I probably know how to play Charge Blade in this game better than I do in, actually, no. I want to run the other one. The other one is harder, but I think it'll be more rewarding for me getting back into this game. Okay, we're gonna grab some cold drinks. I'm gonna grab some potions. I'm gonna grab some herbs. Go ahead and jump in on this quest. Ooh, Bolt Reaver. This should be fun. There's gonna be some serious, like, this is gonna have a hell of a learning curve for us, but you know what? If anything is gonna get me back into, like, the groove for GU, it's gonna be this. Also, so this is something I want to do. Some of you may have noticed that I haven't been playing a whole lot of GU lately. I want to dedicate a week to GU, like a whole week. You know, I think after Pokemon XD, once we finish off that game, which I think we're gonna finish this week, we'll do GU as like a whole continuous thing. You know what I mean? Just for 1 week, and then, you know, we'll keep it in the cycle, obviously. But I think it would be fun to have a little moment like that. And then we'll do some other small game on the side still. Like, I know I talked about doing a Link to the Past randomizer. There's a couple of other small games I would really love to play. But yeah, I miss GU. Should I get insurance just in case? I mean, it's a redo on a failed quest. I think we'll be all right for the most part. I can't imagine we're going to do that bad. If you get insurance, like, I'm sure it's going to help. It definitely increases our chances of getting this quest done. But yeah. Also, I need to play some of the new, we're too awesome to lose this. Yeah, exactly. Nah. We're all experienced players of this game. You know? What's the worst that could happen? Although I have had moments where we're all in agreement. It's like, yeah, let's get insurance. And then somebody gets insurance, and then we proceed to quad cart. I'm sure that there's a clip somewhere in a folder somewhere on my computer of, you know, just 4 people all dying at once. Oh, that's right. I also wanted to play Mario Kart 64 as a stream game. I think that is also due after Pokemon XD. Most likely during a bloodbath hunt. I don't think it was. I think it was just like some random ass monster that absolutely destroyed us. Oh my god, I thought I was ahead of that. Man, I have not remembered. I do not remember where my hitboxes are. Ah. Woo! That's right. I'm remembering. I'm remembering now. Ah. Life powder moment. Hey, look at that. Everyone knew it was a life powder moment. Look at us go. There we go. Woo! That was close. Ah! I swear I rolled into that. Which is to say, I thought for sure I would have, what is it? Some level of invincibility on that hit. Nice. Let it full scale there. Nice. Well done, everyone. Zoldo also commenting nice. Ow. Babo's so good with Charge Blade. I'm alright. I make it work. Charge Blade is something. I got hit so many times. If I was actually good with Charge Blade, it'd be like hit, 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 use the, like, you know, guard point or whatever, and do more things. Hit, hit, guard point, get the Adept Shield, charge things off of Adept Shield. Like, it'd be so much more optimized. I'm just good at hitting the buttons I need to get the combo to finish. I will give myself this, you know? I am good at recognizing when I can just let the big swing go. You know what I mean? Astralos. Just regular Astralos. Doesn't it spawn here? Or is it in the cave? Nope, it's over there. Okay, cool. Hello. I kept greeting the Adept Dodge on the Tail Blast. Yeah. I hear that. But yeah, no, I can recognize when it's like, oh, yeah, now would be a good time for me to use one super over the other, so that way I can get a degree of... Oh, wow. I don't know why I did that. I guess charge the shield. Ow. This is gonna hit, right? Hey, look at that. Put it right on the shield. Or right on the wing. That's right. Monster wings are actually just really big shields. Also, why haven't we gotten a monster that does that? I want a monster that like literally has shields that it puts up. It has a low HP, but like you have to like break through its wings in order to do damage. I thought I reeled back enough. Oh, I have no clue where the hitboxes are anymore. That's kind of like Earthuna. Yeah, but I want like a dragon with wings. You know what I mean? Like that just like puts them up like 2 giant tower shields. You know what I mean? Saved your life. That's so sad. I'm gonna take some damage. I'm gonna die. It's a little bit more than just taking some damage. Streamer dead. Always has been. Always will be. Have a heart. Ooh, my hearts are not out. I gotta go grab them. I will have a heart as soon as I am done with this quest, which will probably be soon. Considering how well we handled Bolt Reaver, I'm sure we can handle regular Astralos. That, or we could all cart against regular Astralos together. You know. Regardless, it'll be over soon. Man. I don't know why I waited to do that. Could have done that back at base camp. Don't press a button there. Why? Because you actually have full invincibility up until the point you hit a button. So if your teammate launches you, you should wait on it. I think I missed. I don't think that hit at all. Yeah, that was so much damage right there. Let's run some aerial longsword. Sure. Can't say I've done that. We'll have some fun with it. That launch was all part of the plan, trust. Sure. Hesitation? What are you talking about? Aerial longsword will be a pizza ogeshi. Alright. Let me go see if I can find me some hearts. Once I get my curves. I want my curves. What's funny is if you can time, like if you just let yourself sail through the air like a graceful leaf and you don't press a button, you're not impatient, the monster does its thing, you have full invincibility, and the second the monster's done with its thing, you can just tap the button regardless of whether or not you're in the air or on the ground. Alright, let's see. I've got some hearts here. Let us see what kind of heart we got. It says... I believe this says... I believe it says, my date, question mark. So the question is, would you be my date? To Ruby. Tasty. Of course, bring the charge blade. That's right. Ruby doesn't want a bouquet of flowers. Ruby wants a charge blade. All right, and then it is now Shie's turn. And then let's run some aerial longsword. Where's my longsword? Where's my aerial set at? That's the real question. I know I got a solid aerial set around here somewhere. Let me change out this talisman. Find something nice and simple. Just something that procs, you know what I mean? We don't need anything crazy here. Just need something that has the number 10 and does a thing, you know what I mean? Like sheathing. Oh my god. Yeah, that looks great. Yeah, give me a longsword with sheathing. Wow, is that really the longest longsword I own? And then we'll do, let's see. Yeah, we can do Sakura Slash. That sounds nice. Can I do Light Bowgun next? Yeah. Yeah, I can. Also a set a weapon I don't use very often. Wow. We're getting out of pocket today. I'm kind of excited. All right. Yeah, we'll eat for Thunder Res because I'm pretty sure I saw Zenogre on this quest. And I already cover Ice Res pretty well, which I think is the other monster. No, it's Stone Fist. Eh. Against the Savage Joe. Yeah, no, exactly. Can you run a weapon you never play against, you know, one of the most dangerous monsters in the game? Yes. Yes, I can. What is Savage Joe weak to? Isn't it like basically everything, but specifically dragon, I think? I don't know. Maybe I'll do some research. Straight up forgot about Stone Fist. That's all right. Well, I brought... this is a sleep sword, so I hope everyone brought bombs. We can just sleep bomb the Stone Fist. That'll do a lot of damage. Weakest to Thunder, I'm pretty sure. Really? Huh. I don't know why I assumed it was Dragon. Okay, there we go. There's eyes. I don't know. I'll pull it up in Kirikano. I almost made like a fruit milkshake today. Like I got home, but then I was like, nah, I just ate like wings and some chips, and I don't need a ice cream smoothie milkshake thing on top of that. This is a giant ass crab. Can I get my hit? There are some bombs. All right, let's see it. Someone with a great sword, Kai or she. Absolutely amazing. Yes, that is a good spot. I gotta mount this fast, though. Don't fall in the trap. Don't fall in the trap. Yay! Go me. Now you can fall in the trap. Nice. Don't slide me out of the room. Cool. No! One ask. I asked for one thing. Don't slide me out of the room. What did the game decide to do? Slide me out of the room. Hey, buddy. You missed 5 times in a row. Classic. Classic D&D behavior. Or tabletop behavior. You should see my wizard. My wizard can't hit anything for anything. The most use my wizard has gotten is like literally peppering like any kind of villain. I really wish we weren't fighting in this corner with a giant ass dead crab. It's really hard to see what's going on here. Uh-oh, somebody's just hitting buttons. Why? It was sleeping. Can we let it out of the corner? Like, this is awful. I can't be the only one who can't see what they're doing, right? Thank you. That's a little bit better. I really hate the D20 system. Just because, or like... I mean, you're working in like what percentages of 5? This crab is huge. I know. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with it. It's so bad. One day you can roll so good, but if you roll polar, you are just great, generally useless. That's why we should become magic users. Magic is so good. Wow, that was probably like great fight. Don't get me wrong, we did fantastic, but that was probably one of the most miserable hunting experiences of my life. Scuffed, but we take those. Exactly. Like, it was just, like, don't get me wrong, we absolutely smoked the monsters, but the issue had nothing to do with that. It was the visibility issue. Made for a great screenshot. There's nothing there. There's nothing to see. Look at this screen. This is what we were dealing with the whole time. You can't even see my character model. You can't see anything. Oh, that's kind of neat. I'll take the status +7. Fuck you mean that's not a gold crown? I know. Alright. Time to play some light bowgun in combination with some... Would you believe it? I actually have a light bowgun set. I just never use it. I need normal, pierce.
Yeah?
I have a heavy bowgun set, but literally have never used it once. That's a classic. All right, now we're fighting Devil Joe, specifically Angry Devil Joe. Is there a different one? There's some Angry Devil Joe quest I haven't completed. No, I've done all of the event quests. That's crazy. There's a hyper one if you hate yourself, I think. There is no hyper Savage Devil Joe. There are regular hyper Devil Joes, and those are really scary. And I think maybe there's a harder version of Devil Joe. Do I try that set despite not knowing heavy bowgun that well? That is entirely up to you. You're more than welcome to. I will say I don't do redos on my quests. If I fail a quest, then, you know, we fail it. And that is that. All right, Kirikano, teach me. Let us see if Savage, Kiriko, Salvage, Bill, Joe. No, MHGU. There we go. What's your dealio? Weakness is against everything with Thunder being the highest. Cool. All right, I'm using Thunder Shots. Not to mention this one isn't transmog, so I look goofy. I mean, that's a classic, right? Like, if you're not entirely set up for it, then that's just the way it goes. It's like, yeah, I wanted to make a set so that way I had one of them. You know what I mean? But then it's not like really finished or, you know, put together in a way that's like the way I want it to be. Oh man, my tea is still going. And by tea, I mean water. Water for tea. Sometimes you got to make do. I mean, yeah, exactly. Sometimes you just put something together and it's like, okay, well, that will function. And then you just got to wait until, like, you know, you can actually make it look good. Forgot dungs? We'll be fine. I never bring dungs. I ate for Explorer. I'm going to make use of Explorer. Oh yeah, I thought it'd be good. Bum 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 ba dum ba. Such a good noise. See if we hear it again. Oh, that is quite nice. Sipping on right now is a combination of two teas. It's a green tea and a lemongrass. And the two together are quite nice. I cannot make pods. Yeah, you need like sap plants and stone. So that way you can make bomb casings. And then once you have the casings, then you can combine the dung with the casings and get dung bombs. It's like, there's like 3 different nodes you'd have to collect and pray that the drop happens just for one. So, sorry. We'll just have to get eaten a little. You know, there'll just be some getting eaten. And that's that'll just be the way it is. Full House 3. You know what's kind of funny is, like, it is technically weak to everything to some extent, so I can just kind of go through all of my shots. I don't necessarily have to use the most effective shot. I can just hit it with everything. Bruh. Hello, Void. How's it going? That's right. I never actually have to spend time reloading. I can just do this. Oh, I need Bullet Geyser 3. Ah, okay. I thought somebody else was going to stand in front of me. Thought I wasn't going to have to take that hit. Boom. This will help out with the mount. Yeah, we'll fire some para shots at this thing. Why not? Ow. Motherfucking Cephalodron. Classic. Classic tiny monster shenanigans. Guy's down. Hate those small land fish walkers. They are pretty damn evil. Like, look at them go. Is that me? Did I get paralyzed? I did get paralyzed. How dare he? Evil monster. No, I feel like the damage is probably pretty good on my end. There we go. Man, I've spent all that time dodging all of it. There we go. Man, what an easy weapon. Ow. Wow. What a jerk. Monster wants nothing to do with us. That's crazy. Gotta say, you gotta give this game props. Like Devil Joe just left the room, found a tiny monster, killed it, and now is eating it. Like, everyone always talks about like, oh man, like the new games are so immersive and like, you know, all the monsters do these cool things. It's like, nah, Monster Hunter's been doing that. It was just a lot more subtle once upon a time. Ow. Babo, I'm a boomer? What? No. Absolutely not. I'm just old-fashioned. When it comes to Monster Hunter specifically. Although, and realistically, I'm really just a GU enthusiast. Oh, what a good headshot that was. Ah. I think it's funny that while he's eating, you shoot him and he's like, nah, bro, I'm eating. That is true. He was pretty, he didn't really care about me all that much. God, it's crazy to me that, like, light bowgun got a dedicated dodge move and heavy bowgun did not. Although I guess in the context of, like, what each weapon's, like, is supposed to be able to do, it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, light bowgun is supposed to be this high mobility, like, thing that doesn't do quite as much damage. Wow, I just hit the center of my controller like it was a PlayStation controller. I didn't fully throw the hunt. No. In fact, I'd imagine it'd been quite difficult for you to fully throw the hunt here. Classic Devil Joe. Well, and that's light bowgun. Did I play this set once upon a time? I did. Has it been, like, probably upwards of 2 to 3 years since the last time I've run it? Absolutely. It was mostly designed as, like, a means of just, like, doing elemental damage without having to, like, change around anything, ever. And so as a result, it's, like, it's not great because it runs elemental, which boosts all of the elements just by a little bit and not by, like, a ton. Like, you know, if I just equipped it Thunder Attack Plus or something like that. But in terms of just, you know, being lazy, it's actually quite good. You can do a little bit of damage to everything. Oh, what was that? No. He would not get off my booty for like 5 to 6 breath attacks straight. I am running sneak. I hope that had nothing to do with the fact that he never targeted me. Which means that he probably targeted you more, Kai. Speaking of Kai, it is your turn to post. Where is this at? No, that's not right. It's this one. Need barrel bombs, cool drinks. That's it. I'm posting WoW. What? Have it be event WoW for even more content. You mean even less content? For 0 content? We'll do it. But it will be some LOL gaming, as it were. Oh. Oh. All right. I'll bring a capture set. for everyone who is in chat, I'm gonna ping when the monster goes down. So make sure that when I'm pinging, we stop swinging so that we can throw down a trap and such. Oh my god, I'm almost out of Wyvern Claws. Okay, I don't have the things yet. Assuming it doesn't die immediately from Valor Heavy Bowgun. Who's running Valor Heavy Bowgun? Oh, you are. I mean, that's the goal to avoid, right? So we just don't need to do that much damage. If there's one thing I wanted in Wilds is the ability to do some form of sprint with your weapon out, like in Frontiers. That would have been cool. Although, you know, we do technically have the, what are they called? The secrets. And that's almost like that. Except, you know, obviously they nerf the damage from you riding around the monster. I'll be tame. You better. I did not bring the right thing, which is upsetting. If someone's got paintballs, that'd be awesome. Otherwise, I'm going to be mostly useless. What is this new weapon? You know what this weapon is. Everyone knows what this weapon is. It's the best weapon in the game. I don't. Lies. You've been brainwashed into forgetting what this is. Don't be brainwashed. Hey, look at that paintball. Babo gaslighting us. I'm pretty sure it's the opposite. I feel like I'm the one that's people are attempting to gaslight. Right, I forgot it does that. Ha. Whew, that was a way closer of a mount than I'd ever want it to be. Let's not do that again. I miss light bowgun in Worlds. Did it do something cool? I don't think I've ever seen Worlds light bowgun. I can't see anything. Stop swinging. It's, yeah, okay, there we go. I was like, it's not actually in a trap. It has to be in a trap. Phew. It was just naturally paralyzed. There we go. Got our tail carves. Evasive reload. Yeah, but in this game we have full house. Come on, you can't tell me that full house isn't amazing. The sticky bombs build. You could still make a sticky bombs build in GU if you wanted to. You just gotta like bring all the crafting materials with you. And sure, you don't have the like wheel, but you can swap around what items appear first in the menu when you're crafting. So like that's something I have set up on mine. So that way I can like immediately make more cluster shots specifically with this set. Like if I go to combine list, boom, cluster level 1s are right there. I know, but it feels so weird. But it's so cool. I felt so sorry for she. Why? We got the quest done. She got free tickets. Those are a pain in the ass kind of tickets to get. Zoldo, it's your turn. By the way. Hit her like 24 times. That's how it goes, you know? 'Tis the way of the Monster Hunter, especially the old gen. Hello, Lane. How are you doing today? We're just hanging out, playing some GU, as we do. Things are so bad. Oh no. Are you still sick? Ruby, I'm gonna give you back your channel points. Remove that channel point reward. I've missed it now twice prior to stream. There, fixed. How's the Monster Hunter going? Oh, it's quite good. I mean, it's GU, right? Like, it's always going well. It's GU. This is the best Monster Hunter game, hands down. Should make some more dung bombs. I'm out of poop. Can't make more dung bombs. Content. Yes, here comes the content. Hello? What the hell happened? When did the content get fucked up? There we go. There we go. Content. Content has been fixed. Come here, dog. Big ol' hug. While we wait for she to show up. Oh, who's a good dog? Who's a good dog? This is a good dog. Hug the dog. Indeed. Again, what a good boy. He watches over us diligently, doing his job the very best he can. But yeah, no, Monster Hunter is always a blast. HR 999 has been hit, so like I'm like really running out of things to do in this game. When are you selling the cult hats? You know, these are handmade, so probably never. But it would be funny to have it on a t-shirt, right? Babo shaved? Yeah, I shave quite often. Looking hot? Ah, limited time Babo merch. There is no merch. There's not enough people. There's not enough demand for me to make supply. Next hunt, try switch axe and with striker. Yeah, we can do that. Some striker switch axe. Limited time called accessories. Honestly, you know what is crazy that nobody has capitalized on? For like, what is it? Specifically regarding, like, merchandise is, like, earrings. Why has no streamer ever, like, released earrings? That's what I want. Be the change that you wish to see in this world. Cult earrings. Wow, I am trying to play Gunlance like it's There we go. There are my combos. Not me forgetting how to play Gunlance in this game. I've been playing too much Wilds Gunlance. It's like what? I mean, I get it. I feel like a majority of the like user base on Twitch, like generally probably doesn't have their ears pierced, I'd imagine. There we go. I know. I saw everything that happened to you, Zoldo, and I'm so sorry. I saw it firsthand. It was a bad time. It was the worst of times. It was the worst of times. Yo, aerial hammer, let's go. Love to see it. Huh. There we go. Damn. Missed like 2 or 3 hits, but I did get all the important hits, and that's what matters. A big whiff. Barrel bombs are going down. Kai, let's see this hit. Monster blows up. Nice. And you're dead. Nice work indeed. Look at that. And they said sleep bombing was bad. I only hit the bombs. Ah. It's alright. We closed it out. We did what had to be done. Although so I do wonder if, like, merchandise earrings is kind of weird because you would be encouraging people to, like, basically get their ears pierced to wear the merch. Maybe that's what it needs to be. Maybe it needs to be, like a, what was it, like a pin? So, like, some kind of, like, small little charm, right? So you have a small charm with, like, a little hook on top, and then you, like, are able to loop it into, like, some kind of earring hook. That way you can wear the charm like earrings, but then you could also like wear it different ways. So it could be like a necklace or a bracelet, or maybe that's a secret. Sell it as a charm and include all the pieces to make any kind of jewelry that you would like. Versatility, right? I need to make sure I pour this tea out. I'm going to sit here with my shield up. Don't oversteep my leaves. Okay, there we go. That is very close to me. Ow. I just keep getting tapped by something. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, sheep. I think that hit. What I want to do is I want to sharpen my weapon. Nice. Good mount. You're sensing a lack of peak? What are you talking about? It's gun lance. You do the thing, you blow everything up. It's great. It's such a good weapon. Wow. That monster is not peak. That monster is depressing and sad. Nice tail cut. I thought I could sneak my way in there. Oh, what a silly plan that was. Get out of here, guy. I'm sorry for blowing you up in that situation, but I saw that you were stunned and I made a decision based on it. Damn. Oh my god, I got actually got schmixed there. I was fully anticipating the monster not to take a giant step back there. So I did a giant charge move during its move, and then it took a giant step back and hit me with its giant charge move. Yeah. You know, when I'm in peak contest, my opponent is also Lao Xiaolong. Just like what happened there. Indeed. The very same. I will walk towards that. I'll take that hit. We'll take a few steps this way till I'm within range. Damn. Thank God shield comes up on frame 1. Like, if you're going to wake up and you think you're going to get hit, just hold down shield. I am so sorry, Kai. That is now the second time I've blown you up. And I'm starting to feel bad. Right, everyone's mostly alive. That is hilarious. That is actually crazy that just happened there. So I was walking towards it with my shield up, like the gravity thing, and I slid off of ledge, which caused me to lose my footing. So I dropped the shield and the gravity continued to pull me in towards it while I was in that weird stagger animation. And then I got hit. Absolutely insane. I should have, let's see, what would have been the better option there? I think if I had ledge canceled my, like, sheath animation and then, like, ran away from that, that would have been a better option there. Oh, all right, one redo, as we do. And I guess I'm playing Striker Switch Axe, which should be fun. I know I have a Switch Axe set, but have I ever played Striker with it? I don't think I have. Gotta give you Greatsword Shielding more credit. Oh yeah, no, it's mad helpful. Like, if you can actually... Like, sheathing hits, or shielding with a Greatsword, like, yeah, you're gonna take some damage, and it's not gonna be great. But, like, in terms of just, like, picking an option and keeping you alive, it is so good. And everyone shits on it. They're just like, haha, shielding with Greatsword. And I'm like, no, it's actually, like, good. You should do it. Is not a joke. It's a realistic choice that should be, you know, utilized.
Yeah?
Much more reliable on the world version. Is it? You know, honestly, I've not played enough world to really have 2 cents on the matter, but I certainly believe you. As somebody who actually presses R, weakener insurance, hell yeah. Hell yeah, indeed. Ah, good tea. I feel like I need to go running. All right, we'll head in there. You know, I don't know what any of my specials do, to be perfectly honest, except Demon Riot. I know when to click Demon Riot, which is probably the most dangerous thing to, like, not have prepared. Like, if you're going to have to press something and just kind of guess about it, Demon Riot might as well, like, that'll be the one thing that you don't have to guess about with this weapon. Ah. Ah. Hmm. That's right. And then we get to stay in axe mode, pick up back. There we go. Nice. Switch X main? Nah. I'm mostly just playing the game like I'm dodging hits. You know what I mean? Like, I got a weapon that can poke and do a couple of things, and I'm just playing the game around that specific usage of the weapon. You know? It's part of the reason why I feel confident playing with any weapon in this game is because, you know, it's kind of like, how would I describe it? If you were really, really, really good at melee and you didn't even know what the character's combos were, but you understood what the how like the universal movement works, and you had a very strong neutral game. That's how I feel playing Monster Hunter. It's like even if I don't know the weapon very well, I can still play neutral really well and just get away with that. I'm just gonna sit here and sharpen my weapon. Without wasting resources. And it procs Bubbly Dance. Dodging is so good for me right now. And then I should probably be able to get Trance Slash off when the next monster shows up. All bread, no butter. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Ah, that cancels it. Good to know. Hopefully get a nice moment where the monster goes down. Someone can trigger a nice like proc, and then I can go in a Demon Riot during the during like a mount or something. That'd be mad helpful. Ow. Ow. Good, that did not target me. We'll pop another life powder here. That one did target me. Oh, look at all the heals. Big appreciation. All hourglass, no dog. That's hilarious. That's crazy that I got away with that. Only a lunatic would try and use their iframes there. I am that lunatic. Okay, let's get Demon Rite going. It's gonna suck. Damn. Longest special in the game. Too long for its own good. Another ludicrous dodge. Why am I so comfortable doing that? I shouldn't be that comfortable doing that. Yeah, I fucked it up that time. What, is everyone else trying to do it now? Oh my god, what do you mean? I was at full health! Flashed too late. Erased. I swear to god I was at full health. Sorry, Zolda. That's on me. I got too confident. Switch X Striker is kind of interesting. I don't know how much I like it. I might put SP arts on the Trance Slash because I don't need it that often. HP versus Bolt Reaver is an option. I really thought we had it. I'm rummaging through my item bar looking for life powders. Yeah, no, I hear that. It happens all the time. It's just like, And then, like, while you're looking through your items, you don't even, like, notice that, like, the thing that you need is, or, like, you don't even, like, look at the monster, and the monster's suddenly, like, doing something really scary, and you look up from your item bar and see, like, the monster's fully charged attack just staring you down. And you're like, oh my god, I'm so dead. Because you spent all your time looking for life powders, just holding a direction with the joystick. Stone Fist, huh? That should be fun. I like Stone Fist. Item radial is a blessing. It is once you've made the adjustment. Up until that point, though, I'd like the number of times I've been in a fight and I like hit R and then I try to move my camera and then I'm also like searching for something. And then the combination of doing all those things results in me like panicking and then I'm suddenly sharpening my weapon and I'm like, I'm so dead. Like, I did not want to sharpen my weapon here, but now I'm dead. What do I want to run? Yeah, we'll do this, actually. This will be a fun fight for this weapon. Just need some normal level 2s. Bring back the Wii U bottom screen item pouch. True. What a classic. That's why we just press a random button a random amount of times and then press use item. I mean, it's certainly like there must have been a better way to do it, but now they're like committed to doing it this way specifically. You know what I mean? So now it's just like it's ingrained in everyone to just tap the button as many times as you need to get the item out. The frantic mashing or searching for dust alike against Bloodbath is surely an experience. Right, you're staring at a monster, your entire team is half dead, and you're like, My favorite experience is when you get poisoned and you're like frantically looking for an antidote because it's like, okay, if I don't pop this like right now, I'm gonna die of poison. You're just like, and then you like hit something else. You're just like, shit, antidote. What are we hunting? Crab. That's right. Where does crab like to spawn? Anywhere it wants to. The deadly poison Dread Queen has. Yeah, exactly. Like that'll just do you in. Good luck. I want to say it spawns in like area 3. Yep. My favorite is diving down the desert ledge to see Diablos attempting to ram you from a 45-degree angle. That is, yeah. A classic indeed. Right, Stone Fist. It's been so long since I fought Stone Fist with a gun, or like a gun. I'm sitting here having to remember, like, right, what am I allowed to shoot at it? What am I not allowed to shoot at it? And where am I allowed to shoot at it from? Wait, when did I take damage? What poked me? I missed my dodge. Come on, big damage. That's right, keep the damage going. God, heavy bowgun goes burr. Just dump all of my pure shots into it as fast as possible. Poor thing indeed. Little did it know what it had to deal with. Is me, it had to deal with me. God, that is so nice. God, I love tea. It's just the greatest thing ever. After stream, I'm going to go finish making myself a pot of tea and maybe sit on the porch and enjoy it. It'll be so nice. Man, I thought I didn't have work today, and I was painfully wrong. I really wish I didn't have work today. It would have been nice to, like, just hang out at home. But, yeah. Oh, well. Interesting decos. Anything I see myself using? Not really. All right. Well, next up is the quest. The one that everyone seems to love and adore. It is time for me to post. Babo, can you use the cult as an excuse not to work? Ha. First off, not a cult. Secondly, I don't make enough money from streaming to be able to ever not... to be able to really do that. Maybe one day I'll make enough money by streaming that I don't have to work anymore for real, but... Hello, Nike. How's it going? I was here. For what? But how are you doing today? Everyone likes it until it happens to you. But yes, hello. How are you today, Nike? I was playing Wilds? Hell yeah. Wilds has just been getting better and better. I know everyone kept shitting on Wilds when it first came out because it's like not quite to everyone's expectations. But like every time I boot up the game, there's always something new going on and it's always a good time. Hope the stream has been going all right today. It has. We've been, I don't think, what is it? I think we failed one quest and it was Bolt Reaver 5. Outside of that, though, it's been overall pretty great. Love Wilds, PC doesn't. Isn't that the truth? I didn't even like bother trying to do it on PC. I immediately was like, you know what? You know what's not happening is PC. All right. With me and Kai here, this cannon will be filled. Is this event? No. No, it is not. Why would I ever post event? Please explain why Lao is peak. So this is, I'm going to give you every single reason why everybody seems to think Lao is peak. The reasons why Lao is peak is because it quote-unquote brings everyone together. Everyone has to do the thing in order to beat the giant dragon. And that thing is fire the ballista, load the cannon, and like provide buffs to each other. It is quite literally the most... it is the way that people like describe it to me. Lao is peak. Boom. Amazing. Now, here's the thing that, you know, that is everyone's reasoning. So therefore, Lao is peak because of all of that. Tell me what other monster doesn't do all of that. You know why I think Lao is peak is because it gives me an excuse to play the kazoo. That is why I think Lao is peak, personally. I like playing the kazoo at the end of the Lao fight. If I have an extra hand fighting stuff, love to have help. For sure. Alternatively, I might end up raiding somebody else who's playing Wilds, depending on who is live, and you might be able to join one of their lobbies. I don't know how much time I'm going to have after stream today to play video games, because I got to go to bed early tonight for work. You know, the coffee shop stuff. When you got to be there at 7 in the morning, you really don't want to stay up until 3 in the morning. Now this is pod racing. Is anything really pod racing outside of pod racing? Lao is peak because it's cinematic. It's a giant monster going to crush the town. It's not looking to crush you. It's running away. Absolute masterpiece, pinnacle of story writing. The music is so good. I mean, you know, sure. Is that a stagger? How many staggers are we at? Enough? Might as well give everyone wind evasion, right? For the hell of it. Absolute cinema. Oh, that's not where the thing is. I'm short. I'm off by a couple of feet here. Can I get on this? Come on, hustle, 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 hustle. Get on there, yes! Tech! We get to do tech. Look at us go. That's the other thing. It is one of the only areas in the entire game where you can move on a platform while also carrying something heavy, allowing you to jump indefinitely while moving object is in motion. Get on here, Kai. We're going for a ride. Get in, we're going shopping. One more quick drive by. Kai, that's on you. I'm a load up. No one asks, can you solo a Fatalis? Because Fatalis is a monster. Lao is a catastrophe. You need others to fight Lao. So soloing is a badge of honor. It's a mastery of the hunter ways. It's a mastery of knowing how to use siege equipment. That's what I think of Lao. It's a pain in my rectum. Exactly. It's a pain in the ass. Specifically my ass. There we go. Stamina negation has kicked in. I'm gonna pass you by here. What a battle of the ages. Wouldn't be surprised if we were already damage capped Lao and now we're just doing extra. But I haven't been keeping track of the flinches, so, you know. Hard to truly say. The Demolisher is ready for use. The Demolisher, you say? To shreds, you say? I like the fact that we're in a line like school children. You know what I mean? That's my favorite part of Lao. That we all get to hang out in a straight line. Now, someone's got to stay up there and fire the damn thing. If I see everyone down here with cannonballs. Who's the caboose? Synchronized climbing. Someone's got to fire this thing. I think in that one case it was Zoldo. Second time was me. Well. No, the things that you want for this fight are earplugs, tremor res, and stamina. If you could have a set with those three, that's a set you want to use. Damn you, Lao. No, well, Zoldo's gone. Infinite stamina. Make good use of it. Someone left? What do you mean someone left? We're all here. You said Zaldo's gone? Did I? Oh, I said Zoldo jumped off a cliff. That's what I meant. Actually, you know what? I've never actually stood in the explosion. I'm gonna get hit by the mark hole. We'll watch it from this perspective. There it is. Sick. Never seen before. Just never stood around and gotten hit by it. It did do a chunk of my health. I was hoping it one-tapped. That would be quite funny. I was going to say, it's definitely been seen before. I guarantee people have been hit by it several times over. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if I was the last person in this current, like, stream to have seen it. Didn't know the Demolisher had friendly fire. See, we learn something new every day. Actually, that was something I had a thought of earlier this week, was I have some dry erase markers for my fridge. And I'm thinking about writing on the top of it, like, today I learned. And every day is going to be just a day where I choose to learn a thing. You know what I mean? Do something, like, productive with my day. Be it learning a new, like, you know, something that isn't necessarily video game related. You learn something about the fight airy fight. Don't know what an eerie is in this context. Ah. All right, I'm gonna start helping out in the next area. I think I'm almost certain that we've damage capped it at this point. That's got to be at least 7, 8, 9, you know, whatevers. I'm gonna just start loading things up here. Fill my inventory with ballistas. Get the cannon in place and, you know, do all the things. You learn a fact. Not necessarily a fact. Just like learn a thing. Like today I learned a thing. It could be even as simple as, like, I learned a new chord on the guitar. You know what I mean? I learned how to make the this specific sound on the guitar. Today I learned a little bit of, you know, today I read a book and I learned this. Today I learned this about myself, you know? It's more of like a matter of, like, spending time doing things that are, you know, not necessarily, it's about doing things that are productive. Scooch the cannon over. This is where Peak is. The quiet eeriness. Okay, can we get the corner? Look at that. The long wait. The howl of the winds of silence. The tea that I'm about to drink. It is a nice moment. where I just like, I don't have to do anything. There's nothing I can do in this moment except wait for the thing to happen. You know what I mean? I feel like this is kind of weirdly in the way. Where to be? What's a good spot for this? Not down there. Not down there. Not up here. It's like maybe over here. Yeah, it's the most out of place spot I think of. And all that quietness. Patiently waiting for my turn. All that stillness. All I can hear is the sound of my kettle boiling more water. All that tension. Can you feel the tension rising? Can you feel your arms get prickly with air? Can I make you sick by spinning in circles on the ballista? This is peak. This is why we fight Lao. Is it? I was unaware we had a reason to. We fight Lao to get a daily dose of proof of a hero. True. Assuming you get the opportunity to hear it. Like, if you're doing too much damage, you don't even get that sometimes. Sometimes you kill Lao before it gets to the wall. I've seen it happen a few times. I swear to God, I've seen it die in that little hallway that it, walks in from. And I've missed carves because of that. This is why we get to the Dragonator. True. For proof of a hero. For that moment. Oh man, we like hard knocked it down. There we go. Everyone have fun with that. Extra damage. I'm literally just waiting to put the anti-dragon bombs on its back. It hasn't gotten close enough yet. Still has to destroy the turret there. Here it goes. Hip check. It's aligning itself. It's getting into position. It's like, all right, there we go. Yes. Now I can hip check this thing. Make sure nobody shoots me in the back. Damn. Just a little bit too soon. Dragon Healing Crystal. Ooh. I feel like that was like an item in 4U that was really good. Yeah, that's what I expected. Rest in peace. Good old Lao. May you remain dead. Absolute cinema. I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. All this fight does is make me miss Rise Tower Defense. Crazy game mode, right? Like, is everyone else in agreement that it's like kind of crazy that that existed? Can we play Rise Tower Defense? Maybe one day. It's hype. It is hype. I do agree. I actually really do like Rise Tower Defense. It was so fun. It never came back. Well, you know what's hilarious is that everyone complained about it. Like, remember when it came out and everyone was like, what the hell is this? I don't want to do this. Like, it's a weird, unnecessary, like, that's how people reacted to it. And so the devs listened to the people, and then they went, you know what? For Sunbreak, no more Rise Tower Defense. People want to fight big monsters that get progressively harder. And then they added in the anomaly rank, and everyone was unhappy about the anomaly system. And now people are complaining about monsters being too easy in the new games instead of one-shotting you all the time. The people can be wrong sometimes. No, the correct answer is gamers don't know what they want. And so we will find anything to complain about because, you know, we don't know what we want, for real. Let the devs make their game. I want to play Aerial Hammer now. I've been inspired. Kai, by the way, it is your turn to post, and if we just opened up a spot in the lobby, so if anybody would like to jump in, there is now an open spot. Feel free to. The way to fix every Monster Hunter game is to simply add Primordial Mals to it. I'm sure people would still find a way to complain, but yes, I am down for that. I think Monster Hunter knows what it's doing. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with what I got. Actually, wait, let me see what my special is. Spinning Meteor. Yeah, that'll be fine. Well, I would agree if Steve Swax was a power file. Is it not? Is dragon? What? Why is it dragon? Hello? It doesn't even have dragon typing. It should be power. Or, you know, make it a slicing file. I don't fucking know. I'm sure nobody would complain about slicing files. They changed it from power to dragon and rise. That's crazy. That is unhinged behavior by the Monster Hunter team. Yoshi has entered. Welcome, Yoshi. And they kept it in wilds. You know what? Because if you could in fact use Seragios Swax and it was a power type file, it'd be too good. That's what they're thinking. Ready for hunting? Hell yeah. I hate Steve. Why? Steve's so cool. He's such an angry little boy, and he does all of those like things that he does. He's a great monster. We all love Steve. You get hit and bleed, you need to crouch. My friends are afraid of me because I fight Steve with wild or greatsword and wilds. Are you kidding me? That sounds awesome. Steve is like one of the easiest monsters to power clash with and also do the other thing with, whatever greatsword does. You can flip monsters with greatsword, like specifically Steve. You can flip Steve with greatsword so easily. Just flip him. Steve does a dive bomb at you, just whoop. Yeah, and suddenly he's like crashing. You know, like Steve is like watching a Pokemon use high jump kick and miss, you know? And it just like does like his one little two-toe scratch can be offset. See, that's crazy. Is Brachadios in Wilds? I don't think he is. Wow, that was terrible of me. I'm going to do better. From now on, no more just walking in and getting hit by things that are painfully obviously there. That was there was something that was trying to be done there. That was a little less painfully obvious. That one might be on me. That's crazy. That keeps happening to me. I get up into the air, I do a move, and then I proceed to land on the ground and get blown up by whatever the fuck, you know? Specifically, whatever the fuck. There we go. Big whiffy, big hit E. Get him, Zoldo. Thank you for the clip, Ruby. I'm assuming that's the exact moment where I said, no more going in and getting hit by stupid shit, and then I run in and get hit by stupid shit. Big side roll. Oh, yikes, that was terrible. God, I do love these kinds of quests, though. Ow. Literally next attack, I know. I know I'm bad. That's crazy. Ow. Well, at least I'm doing a good job around playing against his mechanic, you know? In regards of, that is a hot drink. I wanted a Mega Potion. Now I want a Life Powder. Like, at least I'm not getting tagged while, you know, Blast is on me and I'm getting blown up at, like, nothing. I see the Blast and I refuse to deal with it. Thank God. And by deal with it, I mean I immediately deal with it. I refuse to get got by it, I should say. 1 down, 4 to go. I'm gonna. Okay, I'm putting it down now. This was the worst situation that could have happened. Every monster after this is gonna be pizza cake. You know, we won't. It will be nothing. Pizza Ogeshi every single time. We will be strong and steadfast and indestructible. I'm going to click Typhoon Trigger. The monster's going to take so much damage. We're going to laugh. It's going to be beautiful. Editor cut to a cart from Babo. Nah. We're too good to cart. It's not going to happen. There's no way it could possibly happen. Look at this team. We haven't carted once. Ever. In our entire lives. Gore Magala, more like Gore nada. Not a Gore. Ah! Snore nada. Ow. Give me the med plus. Take a ration. There we go. Look at us. Monster's all tipped over. Ow! I am shocked I got hit by that. Usually when I'm like in the air like that, it's like incredibly hard for monsters to hit me. Ow. That is crazy. So what happened there is I tanked the first hit. I tanked the first hit in midair and then didn't get knocked back or knocked back. Yeah. And then proceeded to get hit by the second hit. While also like within the same aerial moment. That was not great. That kind of really sucked. And I technically got the mount there. So we traded, and I procced mount, which means now it's going to be even harder to mount. Oh, that was like worst case scenario every single way. Anything that could have gone wrong in that one interaction went wrong there. Oh, come on. I was beside your head. I wasn't actually facing your head. God damn it. I just want to get close to the head so I can smash it. Let me smash. Oh, I missed the upswing. That's so sad. I think Hammer and Wilds is boring. You mean World? Oh. Really? I feel like a lot of people really loved Hammer and World.
Might be your hot take.
Like, it is still just like a bonk stick, right? But it spins a lot more in World than it does in any other game. People seem to like it when the hammer goes, like, spins in a circle real fast. There's nothing other than smack smack. I mean... Wow, 2 shock traps. It's nothing like GU hammer. Well, I mean, sure. Nothing's like GU. Period. I don't think we've ever had a weapon that really quite matches its GU counterpart. With maybe the exception being Gunlance in the new game, to some extent. Whoop. That's crazy that whiffed. Can I jump on you? I keep missing. Why are you acting so chicken-like today? You're not usually this chickeny. Come on, mount. Valor is hammer and rise. It's literally 1-to-1. I mean, yeah. Oh, I mistimed my thing by 1 circle. There we go. Mount. Yeah, Seragios doesn't stand a chance here. Poor Seragios. Getting picked on by every other weapon in the game. Oh my god, what did I get hit by? Whoop. Ow. GG's indeed. Not a bad fight at all. All right, we got 2 more left. Let's see. We got Gore down, Seragios down. The first one was problematic. I know Velastrix is the last one. And I don't believe it's going to be like... trying to think about what the next monster is. Glavenus. Glavenus. Really? Why'd be Glavenus? Sorry, this is a tea moment. I can make more tea during the wait. More tea during the wait. Is that a shiny? No, it's just the weapon. Weapon shiny. Yeah. Big old flinch there. Ow. Tons of damage there. Hype monster enters. You mean mid? Mid monster enters? I think Ruby meant mid. I don't see no Mako. Hey, boom! There we go. That felt good to hit. Ah. Mid compared to Lao. Mid compared to most things. Maybe not Lao. I think the thing that drives me crazy is that, like, Jiu is, like, people know Jiu for Glavenus. And it's like, there were so many other cool monsters that this game has to offer, but yet we have Glavenus. I guess Mitsune too, right? Isn't Glavenus flagship? Technically, all 4 of the monsters are flagships in this game. So Glavenus, Mitsu, Astralos, and Elder Frost. Or not Elder Frost. Whatever its actual name is. Elder Frost is the big one. It's the big bad. Wait, is Velastrix flagship too? I guess kinda. I mean, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. Oh my god, I didn't get the mount there. That's crazy. Could have sworn the jump hitbox would have been out. Double kill indeed. All right, we'll run it back. 1 redo. Triple kill. Was it a triple kill? You think you're good? I mean, you can post something else. But I'm gonna bring something a little bit more. Well, actually, I'll see. I'll wait until I see what you're posting, and then I can go ahead and determine what it is I want to play into that. But yeah, we'll do that. ¿Cómo estás? Hey, it's a Mako. Mako is indeed the best monster in Monster Hunter, hands down. And I shall do my best to ride said Mako. Mako mentioned. Great Jaggy Erasure. This is the monster that we should have. You know, I want this monster for Wilds. Why isn't there a great Mako? Why isn't there a great Mako skin for my Secret? Like a full retexture. I want to ride a Mako around. It can't be that hard to do. You just got to import the model into the game and then like allow you to ride it. Why isn't there Velociraptor variants? True, they should just add them all. You gotta add them all. Gotta add them all. MHGU. Oh, this is like high rank Mako. This isn't even G rank. Where's Deviant Mako? Or Deviant Jaggy? Okay, if you ever played For You, right? There were the investigation quests. And you could actually fight level 160 or 140 or whatever the highest was version of a Great Jaggy. And that thing would wreck your shit. Like, every move it threw out would one-tap you. And, like, the reason why Jaggy isn't considered good is because they haven't made a good version of it. But it's everything annoying about monsters, like, in late game. There's, like, everything that you dislike about, like... What is it? Oh, is that a mount? It is. Ride the Jaggy. But like, you know, it's like tiny. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're just gonna ride the Mako. Look at us go, riding the Mako. one more ride. Enjoy the theme for just a minute longer. No, we ain't got time for one more ride. It hung around for too long doing nothing. GG's. But yeah, no, back in the day, like level 140 Jaggy was like one of the scariest monsters you could fight. It was very, very small. It could like one-tap you. It moved around a lot throughout a ton of hitboxes, would jump you. Like, it was bad. We nearly triple carded. True. True. So close to death. But yeah, no. I'd be 100% down for just like... Add them all in for one event quest. You get to fight all 5 of the Velociraptors at once, and they constantly swarm around each other. Can we have that as a quest? Oops, all drones. That's what it will be. Oops, all drones. And it's just like a quest where you fight like Isodrome, Gendrome, Great Jaggy, Great Mako. Can we get abnormal sized monsters again? Elaborate. Abnormal sized. Can we get a Great Jaggy in the new Monster Hunter game? I mean, this quest does exist in this game. Here, let me let Zoldo, it's your turn to post, by the way. Bulldrome, yeah. But like, so there is an event quest, I believe, where you get to fight all of them. Oh, maybe it's high rank. There it is. Yeah, can we get this quest in Wilds? I petition for having all the Great All-Stars quest put into Wilds. Yes, thank you for the Hunts, Kai. if anybody would like to join us for like what might be the last 2 quests, feel free to. It's been super fun hunting with you. But yeah, 1 open spot. Another great Mako hunt, huh? Should be fun. Maybe the last 3 quests? Just forever hunting a Mako. Anything for a buck. This is the best event in the game. Is it? I don't know if I've seen this event. Came to me with a quest. She saw a great Mako and had to have it tied as a throwback. Weird, but business is business. Help a guy out. Gotta go skin the Mako. That's what we've been tasked with doing today. Oh, that is a giant Mako. Cannot wait to ride this Mako. This one's pretty good. Yeah. Ride the giant Mako. Remember that April Fool's Day stream where I just played the Great Mako theme for the entire duration of Monster Hunter? What a great stream that was, right? As we hold on for dear life on the giant Mako. It was peak. It was peak. Yo, Lady Aurora, how's it going? Did you change your Twitch name? I did. But not many people have noticed it. That's crazy. My first thought was like, how do I shout you out? But how's life treating you? How's streaming and such? Let me give you a quick shout out. For anybody who hasn't followed Lady Aurora, you absolutely should. She also is a Monster Hunter streamer to some extent. I mean, technically, we're all variety streamers here, but she does play Monster Hunter quite often. A lot easier to shout out. True. But my muscle memory, that's the issue. It's my muscle memory. It's broken. I want to keep a Mako this size, to be honest. Yeah, that would be cool. Updated Mako, but bigger. More health. Hits a little harder. What if it's just an army of Mako? Like, okay, you remember how, like, Kongala, like, people talked about Wilds, and they were like, Kongala is going to be crazy. Like, you know, it's going to be like this monster. It's a pack monster. You got to fight, like, 6 of them at once, and it's going to be super cool. Can we do that with the Great Mako? And, like, it's just a bunch of smaller Makos, like one big boss Mako. Was Kongala crazy? No, it wasn't. I remember seeing, like, 6 of them in the same room, but then, you know, they just kind of pissed off after a little while. Ian Kaku. Hey, look at that. Gold Crown Mako. There's, like, the only 2 pack monsters in the game. You just immediately dung bomb the group. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. What should I play with? Last hunt Palico. Oh, true. We could do Palico hunt. Is it the Palico? I think it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Remember in the trailers, they were like, you can use the lure pods to lure one out from the group. And it never mattered. I mean, true. Hit him with Fatalis. No, we get to hunt all of them. We get to hit all of them, including Great Mako. Oh, what a good last hunt I ended on. This will be great. What did I do? Hello? Can I not do that? Can I stop doing that? I want to eat. Thank you, cat. I will eat for attack. I don't eat for attack often. Look at us go. Remember when we all killed Fatalis as cats? Yeah, I remember actually... I remember working on the YouTube video for that for a long time because I was trying to do like a DBZ edit for it, and it just like took hours. The most fucked part is that we still don't have huntathons in wilds. True. Where are my huntathons at? It was so fun. You know what this set needs is I need a forbidden acorn on this set. That would be so great. Freak has been released. What do you mean? Ah. There we go. That'd be great, is not being poisoned anymore. Damn. Looks like I can't have that. Ah, Firestorm has entered the hub. Little did Firestorm know is this is the last hunt of the day. Do we, Bob will get emergency retreat? Nah, why would I need that? Yeah, I just be angry and punch things. It's a cat. Constantly pet. Release the beast. That sucked. There we go. There it is. The last one. Did we get the cool music? No, we don't. We get arena music. That's so sad. That's right. The great macaroni. Put a feather in his cap. Let's go, Claudence. So this quest is great if you're ever trying to find like great wyvern gems or bird wyvern gems. This is like one of the best quests for that exact purpose because you get to hunt 4 of like the tiny monsters and you drop a ton of shinies and just tons of materials. Fantastic quest. All right, I do think that this is where I'm going to call the stream for tonight. But let me see if we can find some of the raid. As for what's going on in regards to future streams, I am not entirely sure yet. I want to say I'm going to stream tomorrow, but I need to check my schedule. So, in that case, I recommend checking out the Discord, because the Discord is where I'm going to go ahead and post exactly what it is I'm streaming and when. So, yeah, I would do that. That being said, yes, and I do have a YouTube. I do upload videos there every once in a while. It's been a minute since I've last uploaded anything just because of life. But yeah. Interesting. There is 1 GU streamer I have found. Oh, no, there's 2. Yeah, Furry Furioso is cool. Yeah, we can raid them. But that being said, for everyone who came out, thank you so much. It has been super fun getting to stream and for all of you. And yeah, I hope we can hang out again in the future. Nothing of interest. Cool. But yeah, hope you guys have a great night. Go say hi to Fury for me, and I will see you all later. Bye.
Te fijas, tengo 30 usos de